In the last lesson, we saw that efficiency removes safety margins. Now we take the next step. When systems are pushed to be lean for long enough, they do not just become efficient, they become brittle. Welcome to Investorms.
Investorms.org.
Brittle systems work well until they do not, and when they fail faster and more widely than expected. 1. What brittle really means. A brittle object can look solid and strong, but it cannot bend. When pressure increases, it does not flex gradually, it suddenly cracks. Modern systems can behave the same way. They appear stable, they appear capable, they appear well managed, but when buffers, redundancies, and slack are removed, they lose flexibility. Instead of adapting to stress, they snap. Section takeaway. Brittle systems look strong, but without flexibility and buffers, they are more likely to fail suddenly under pressure. 2. The long path to brittleness. Modern systems did not become brittle overnight. It happened slowly, over decades of optimization. Inventory was reduced to cut costs, staffing was streamlined to improve efficiency, infrastructure maintenance was delayed to save money, supply chains were extended globally to lower prices. Each decision made sense on its own, each improved short-term performance, but together, their compound effect reduced the system's ability to adapt. Resilience was traded for speed, scale, and efficiency. The system became more productive, but less forgiving. Section takeaway. Brittleness builds gradually as small efficiency gains remove flexibility over time. Three, interdependence increases fragility. As systems grew more complex, they also became more interconnected. Energy depends on global supply chains. Food depends on fertilizer, fuel, and transport. Healthcare depends on specialized equipment and global production. Interdependence increases efficiency, but it also means a problem in one area can quickly affect many others. When systems are lean and highly interconnected, they have fewer ways to absorb shocks. Instead of local problems staying local, they ripple outward. Section takeaway. The more interconnected a system becomes, the more a failure in one part can spread to many others, especially when buffers are thin. Four, why brittle systems feel fine until they don't. Brittle systems can function smoothly for long periods. Daily operations continue, services run, supply chains move. Stress is absorbed quietly at first, so the system looks stable. But without slack, each new strain reduces flexibility. Over time, the system becomes sensitive to smaller and smaller disturbances. Then one modest shock pushes it past its limit. The failure looks sudden, but brittleness was building for years. Section takeaway. Brittleness hides behind long periods of apparent stability, making sudden failures seem unexpected. 5. Brittleness is structural, not personal. When systems struggle, people often blame bad leadership, poor decisions, short-term mistakes. Sometimes those factors matter, but brittleness is often deeper. It comes from how the system is designed: lean, tightly connected, minimally buffered. Even capable people working hard cannot easily prevent stress from spreading in a brittle structure. Understanding this shifts the focus from blame to design. Section takeaway. Brittleness usually comes from system design, not individual failure. Structural fragility makes problems harder to contain. 6. The bigger insight. Modern societies became brittle because efficiency was rewarded, redundancy was labeled waste, short-term performance was prioritized. These choices made systems faster and more productive, but they also made them less flexible. Now, as surplus tightens and stress builds, brittleness becomes visible. This does not mean collapse is inevitable. It means the balance between efficiency and resilience is shifting. Recognizing brittleness helps explain why disruptions spread more easily today. and why stability can be more fragile than it appears. Section Takeaway. Modern systems became brittle through long-term optimization for efficiency. Understanding this explains why disruptions now spread more easily. Investorms, seeing the system beneath the noise. Access the full course materials by scanning the QR code or clicking the link in our bio.
Do you want to learn how I made this video? This video was built frame by frame, graphic by graphic. I screen recorded the entire process, including editing, preparing the script, AI use, and when human verification is needed. Also, it includes building the YouTube listing and thumbnails, using testing mode of 3 different titles and thumbnails to get the best possible results. Everything is shown on video. The full walkthrough will be posted in the classroom section of our school, including this part that you are seeing now. Joining our community is now free by clicking the link in the comments or scan the QR code on the screen.